Hi friends, welcome to my channel, and today in this video I am going to show you AD migration. So in this video, active migration from Windows Server 2003 to Windows Server all new Windows Server 2016. So let's have some idea about my demo environment, what we have in production here. So we have three virtual machine. The first one is Win2K3 DC01, which is my domain controller right now. You can verify here. It's installed with Microsoft Windows Server 2003 R2 Enterprise Edition and Service Pack 2. And I have assigned like IP address to this machine 192.168.1.254 and 2 GB RAM. So here you can see this is my IP address configuration. Here you can see the DNS name, my IP address. So the only this DC is in my production, so the IP address is 192.168.1.254 and DNS is the same. So this is IP config for first machine. And next we have a fresh machine which is Win2K16 DC01. I have just installed operating system which is Windows Server 2016 and configure the IP address. Rest nothing, I have not done anything. So you can see like here you can see the machine name, and machine is currently not a part of any domain, and here you can see this and the IP address. So what I am going to do, I'm going to configure the basic IP address configuration for this machine. So let's do that. So here I'm going to use the the IP address for this machine is 192.168.1.253 as 254 is my DC01 IP address for Windows Server 2003, and here is the subnet mask, and I want to use the preferred DNS for this machine is itself, because I'm going to migrate the DNS and Active Directory both from 2003 machine to 2016. So this is the IP configuration. So click OK, and same I want to configure on this machine as well as. So under the here I want to put 192.168.1.253 alternate DNS. So we are done with the IP address configuration, and nothing other than this I have done. The machine is not a part of domain right now, nothing we have configured, nothing installed. So the fresh machine, just rename and restart and configure the IP address, that's all. And the next machine we have our client machine, which is Windows 7, running Windows 7. I have logged in with my like a domain account. If I run here ns lookup, you can see it's routing to my default server is Win2K3 DC01, which is my 2003 Active Directory server. So good to know that. And now let's do the migration from Windows Server 2003 to 2016. So for that, the first thing I require, I'm going to join this machine in domain. So let's do that. Just put here domain name on Windows 2016 machine and put the credential to join this machine in domain. So welcome to vectorinfosol.com domain, and go ahead to reboot this server. After rebooting this server on 2016, I am going to log in with my domain administrator account, which is by default administrator in my domain. So if you want to verify, here you can verify the same thing. If you go to Active Directory users and computers, I want to join this machine from users, and I have administrator account here, which is built-in administrator account for this domain, for computer administrating the computer and domain. So I want to log into my 2016 machine by default domain administrator account. So you can verify if we have Noida or you created here, and we have one computer, we have users as well as in this OU. So we will migrate all full domain to from 2003 to 2016. So just let me log into 2016 server. It's applying computer setting right now. So hit Ctrl to log in, and here I'm going to other user, and I want to put my domain name, which is Victor Infosol, and then my user ID, which is administrator, and password for my account. Just wait for server managers to be open, then we will start the things. So before installing Active Directory role on the 2016 server, we have to raise forest and domain functional level. So uh, open the users and computers, right button, click on domain, and we have a raise domain functional level, and go ahead and raise 2003. Its minimum required at 2003 to join a machine 2016 machine in domain. So raise. So now you can see it's raised successfully. So current domain function level is 2003, and same we have to raise a like forest function level. To do that, go to site and services. Now I need to go to domain and trust, and there we have a like raise forest function level, and select the you can see the 2003 is already selected. Current forest function level is 2000, so just raise this one also. So now we have both we have raised forest function level and domain function level as Windows Server 2003. So good to go to proceed with the AD installation here. So go to 2016 server, manage, and add role and features, and we have to click next, role based installation, and select your server, click next, and now we have to select Active Directory domain services. So click next, 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 and just click on install button. So it will install it will prepare the binaries for us. Then we will start the basically DC promo setup wizard to promote this server as a domain controller. So just wait for a few seconds. It's almost 50% completed. Just wait for few more seconds. So now feature installation is done, configuration required. So promote this server as a domain controller. So what we want to do, add a domain controller to existing domain. Yes, I want to do this because I want to do promote this server as a additional domain controller. Then we will go ahead to decommission the 2003 servers. We'll migrate the all roles from 2003 to 2016. So click next. Now it will check the forest and domain functional level for us. So here we are. So when you're doing this, make sure you are installing the domain name services here like DNS, and the server is part of a domain as a global catalog server. So site name is Noida. Yes, correct. And then put the credential here for Active Directory restore services mode. Put the credential, click next, and then we have only one domain controller, so go ahead with that. Preparation forest. So to install wizard will perform the following operation: domain preparation and forest and schema preparation will do that automatically. And just starting pre-request check, verifying permission, domain control operation, everything which require to be rechecked. It's just verifying the pre-request. If everything goes well, then we have option here. You can see all the pre-request check passed successfully. Click here to install begin. So go ahead, click install button. Now it's promoting this server as a domain controller. After a few minutes you are able to see this server is a part of domain controller here, Active Directory. And after the installation of like Active Directory domain services role and promoting this server as a domain controller, this server is automatically rebooted. So here you can see it's upgrading forest level for us. So now you can see it's checking group policy need to be installed or not, and it will install all the things together like DNS, Active Directory, everything. So configuring local computer to host Active Directory domain services, and now it's replicating the schema directory partition. Hello, now you can see the server is getting rebooted after the Active Directory DNS installation. So just wait to reboot the server. So while the server is getting reboot, let's check the roles for Active Directory roles, FSMO roles. So go here and try the command netdom FSMO query. It will, okay, we have to install netdom on 2003 server, so let's check on 2016 server. Once it's rebooted, we'll check the netdom on here. Either if you want to check here, you just have to go to install the support tool on Windows Server 2003, then you will able to run the netdom command on 2003 server. So now 2016 server is rebooted, and put the credential here. And now open the command prompt here and type netdom FSMO query. Oops, the command is net FSMO query FSMO, so it will give you the detail. So now you can see the all the 5 roles: schema master, domain naming master, PDC, RAID, and infrastructure master is holding by the Windows Server 2003 DC. So let's migrate all the roles, all the 5 roles step by step, then we will demote the whole server. So to migrate first 3 roles, you go to Active Directory users and computers, and right button domain, and we have here operation masters. click here, and now you can see the operation master role is on 2003 and transfer to 2016 change. So are you sure you want to transfer the role? Yes. So the operation master role is transferred successfully, and go to PDC, change this one also. So it's changed successfully, and now on the infrastructure, if you click change, yes, you can verify that this role is also transferred successfully. So if you now check the roles, then 3 roles on 2016 server and 2 roles are still on 2003. Here you can see schema master and domain master is still on 2003. So go and change the domain naming master. For this, go to here, active site and services. Here you can see we have two domains, two domain controller on our same site. So let's open the domain and trust, and where we have option to operation masters, and now you can change the role operation master like domain naming master as well as. So it's changed successfully. So now the only one role is left, which is schema master on 2003 server. So to do this, we have to open a command prompt as a admin, then we have to type one command to register a schema master mmc. So for this, run type reg svr32.shm and management mgmt.dll. hit enter. You can see the DLL registered server is succeed. So click close, and now you have to go here and run mmc. And if you go here, add and remove snippings, and we have here active directory schema add, click OK. Now we can see the schema is connected. Now if you go to operation master, you can see it's connected to this, and operation master is this. So what we have to do first, we have to change the domain controller first. So click here, change domain, active directory domain controller, and now select the 2016 domain controller, click OK, and click here. Now if you go and click operation master, you will get the option to change. So click, are you sure you want to transfer role? Yes, operation master successfully transferred. So now what we have done, we have transferred all the 5 roles successfully to new server. So 2016 server. So check once again, net dom query FSMO to check the all 5 roles has been transferred to 2016 server or not. So now you can see the all server has been transferred to role transferred to Windows Server 2016. Now what we do, we will go to Active Directory users and computers. Under the domain controllers, you can see we have a 2 domain controller here, and both are global catalog servers. So good to know. And on now we are going to demote this server, basically 2003 server, from domain controller. So from domain controller, so the first thing we have to go IP address, and let's switch the DNS, and primary DNS make 2016 server, and this is going to be a secondary Active Directory DNS server now for this server only. So we are good to go, and now run the DC promo on this machine. So type dc promo.exe. So click next, and you can see this server is a domain global catalog server. So do one thing, remove it from global catalog. So go to properties, and here we have, you can see that DC type is global catalog for 2003, and uncheck this, apply OK, and just refresh. Now you can see it's a domain controller only, not a global catalog server. So now run the command, and now you will not be able to see the domain So just wait for a few more seconds to replicate this information on 2003 server. Let's try now. Now you are not be able to see that global catalog warning message. So this never tick this this server is a last domain controller in domain. So we have another domain controller in the production, which is Windows Server 2016, and set the local administrator password, and now click next. So now you can see it's starting, and Active Directory successfully transfer remaining data to directory partition this, and it will uninstall the Active Directory and DNS role from this server. So just wait for stopping net DOM services. Now you can see it's stopping the KDC service. Step by step it will stop all the services, completing demotion of Active Directory, SAM and LSA from the server, securing machine software classes. So after this, this computer will reboot automatically. So now you can see Active Directory was removed from this computer. Click on finish button. So we have successfully demoted this machine from a domain controller. So restart now, and now you can see we have only one domain controller here. If you want to verify the same, let's do it from site and services also. So we have Active Directory site and services here, and expand the site under the Noida. Now you are able to see we have both the server, but once the server is rebooted, you are only able to see the one server, which is Win2K16. So let's verify the same on our client machine. The client is now reporting to 2016 or not. So make sure you have added the DNS entry for new server, which is 2016 on for your client. If you are using DHCP, then make the changes on DHCP scope range. And here you can see I have made the DNS available for 2016 server IP address. And now let's do one thing. Let's do NS lookup. Open a command prompt and type NS lookup. Then sorry, it's NS. Now you can see it's resolving the DNS name for NS lookup is DNS, which is our 2016 server, which is domain controller. And let's try to reboot the server and log into from a domain account. You'll able to see it's working and not perfectly for us. So now you can see 2003 machine is rebooted. Let's logged into from a local account, so which is administrator for this computer. Now you can see if I click a refresh button, it will remove the 2003 server from here, from Active Directory domain services. So we have only one server in production, which is Active Directory 2000 Windows Server 2016 domain controller. And now you can see the Windows 7 machine is also rebooted. Let's log in with the domain account, which is user01. So now you can see only DNS role is on this server. So good to know, Active Directory has been transferred successfully, and we are able to log in from our domain account. So this is so Active Directory migration for Windows Server 2003 to 2016 is done. And thank you for watching, and please subscribe me for more videos. And if you have any query or any question related to this, please post me on my given mail IDs. Thank you once again. Bye bye.